Cousin Internet. It's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show. And with me is Cousin Kenny.
Hello.
And just walking in the door with... What did you bring?
I brought a sandwich from Wawa.
You brought us... You have to get up onto... You have another podcast. You should know how to talk into a microphone.
Well, I was just sitting
make
down.
sandwiches?
God, white people are horrible people.
Yeah, but we run everything.
What is that dinging I hear?
Somebody's got a text right behind us.
No, it's not going through the podcast. It's going through the computer.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That was James saying she's running late.
Again?
Yeah. Go figure. It's her fucking birthday.
Well, technically, it's not her birthday, really.
That's true. Fuck her.
Yeah.
So you stopped at Wawa to get a sandwich?
Got a sandwich.
Ali and I were talking about this earlier. So Wawa, before they announced Wawa, like when they first said we're opening a Wawa in Orlando, I had so many friends that were just like dropped to their knees, held their palms up towards the heavens, and just wept openly and said, "Oh, finally, we're getting a Wawa!" Like it was Jesus returning.
Well, Jesus did start the first Wawa. I mean, that's
I
why.
may have been one of them.
Well, when they drove that first nail in, there was that wah wah.
He turned Wawa into wine.
But then, like, it opened up, and people overhyped it. Because then I went in, and I had a sandwich, and I was like, it's fine. And if I had walked in without the hype, I would have had the sandwich and went, that was a pretty damn good sandwich. But instead, I was like,
They do that with television shows and movies.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
That's just life.
Wakanda forever. But,
I liked it.
No, I did too. I did. I feel
didn't
like.
see it.
Oh, you didn't see it?
We didn't get it.
What do you mean
We have
we?
no time.
Yeah. What do you,
My
it's
wife.
Racist.
Me and my
Oh,
wife.
your white wife?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
We assume she's
sitting
white.
right there.
We assume she's white. It's
That's
hard to
not
tell
makeup.
No, but
That's
have you
not
seen her
makeup.
penis? She's
in
not
those
white.
in those clan robes. It's hard to say what color she is. I assume because they're in clan robes that it's white.
You would think.
Yeah, you would think.
That's just a bathrobe. That's all.
With a hood, officer. But yeah, there was another thing that we were talking about, like hyped things. And mainly this conversation came up because Voodoo Donuts opened. What? Are you looking it up? Oh, yeah. Voodoo Donuts is opening up in Universal City Walk.
Yeah.
And that's like a big deal.
Yes.
And, I mean, for fucking
So let's overhype Voodoo
fat
Donuts
kids
now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And ruin
Let's go
it for
ahead.
them because,
Guys,
yeah.
did you know that Voodoo Donuts, like, they sponsored the third nail in Jesus' feet?
Wah, wah. But no, to be fair, I've never had one. I've never had a Voodoo
never had
Donut.
one either.
I'm just super excited because, like, for years I've seen them televised, and I've heard people hype it. So I'm expecting to either go in and go drop to my knees, palms towards the heavens, and start crying, or just going meh.
No, you will drop to your knees, but that's because of cardiac
Yeah,
arrest.
yeah, have a heart attack. Yeah, the other places they have in town is the Donut King.
That's
Have you
where
been
the
there?
Simpsons donuts come from.
Yeah, but have you had gone there and gotten there
No.
Donut King donuts? Pretty good.
Yeah.
Where are they?
One in
at?
Kissimmee and one in Winter Park.
Okay.
So
But the one in
when
Kissimmee tastes a little Puerto Rican-y. So,
it's got a little spice to it.
yeah.
Nice.
Like it tastes like it says it belongs to the rest of America, but we know it doesn't.
we know.
not
We
a
know
real
the
country.
truth.
It's not a
we
real
know the
country.
truth.
President Trump said it
Yeah.
wasn't.
When I lived in Tampa, there was a rule in our break room. You brought in donuts if you got laid the night
that's a
before.
rule everywhere. Yeah.
That's an everywhere thing.
I've done that.
Our variation of your wife is right there, man.
Yeah,
Jesus
I know.
Christ. You brought donuts last week. But the rule was, because that was a common thing, like if you were in a committed relationship, you no longer had to bring donuts. Like you were free of that, unless it was something crazy like, oh my God, she milked my prostate last night. Everyone gets Bavarian cream.
Donut holes. Donut holes meant anal.
Or chocolate filled.
And then
You stick your
Now-
finger in it.
the jelly filled, the strawberry or cherry jelly
means something went wrong.
She was ragging, and you still went.
Red Wings.
You
Red
got your
Wing
Red
Donuts.
Yeah.
Now, the place I used to
Tastes like a
work
penny.
at, did you bring in different brands depending on how good the
Yes,
sex
and that's
was?
what I was about to say.
Okay.
When they opened up a Krispy Kreme for the first time, it was like 45 minutes away from the stage that we worked at.
Mm-hmm.
And if you brought in Krispy Kremes, you knew, oh, shit, this is a story.
Mm-hmm.
And you would, like, when someone would walk in the break room and you see Dunkin' Donuts sitting there, you're like, oh, all right.
Good for you.
Have a
Okay,
donut.
yeah.
High
And
five.
you just know that story is eventually going to come out throughout the day.
Someone had average
Right.
sex, yeah.
When Krispy Kremes were sitting there, you would walk in, look at it, and then go, oh, pick up the donut, and then just sit down and wait. Because a story was about to
Who
ensue.
brought this in?
Yeah, who's still bleeding a little?
Be as detailed as possible.
Yes.
So I think that's, at least for me, that's what Donut King is right now, because it's so
Okay.
far out of the way, and the donuts are really good.
Yeah. I think we need to have a non-dessert version of I Got Laid. Like, what would you bring?
Eggs. Or if your girlfriend gets pregnant, you bring in chicken patties.
Yogurt if she swallowed.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Fair enough.
It's good.
But still, Go-Gurt would be more appropriate.
It's got protein.
I'm still uncomfortable by those Go-Gurt commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no reason for them to slow down this kid slurping down the Go-Gurt.
Well, there's no reason for you to get weirded out by
Well,
it.
if it was just
listen,
a kid,
sex sells.
Right.
Okay? We all know
Yeah.
that.
But if it was just a kid like pounding back a Go-Gurt, it would be fine. The whole commercial is like hyper speed because he's like an athletic kid, and then it goes to, oh sweet, Go-Gurt, slow down as he tilts his head back and raises the Go-Gurt to his
I know
lips.
what you're saying. And the fact that they used a super hot 8-year-old
Yeah.
was what I was like, come on, guys.
Sex sells. There you go.
And you know,
no
like,
need.
having him like pound back the first one is one thing, but having all of the rest of the kids spray it across his face for the rest of the commercial is a
that
little...
may have been a little unnecessary.
I like the blueberries because they were chunks.
Yeah.
That was Ali in those commercials. Ali just is working on a movie here too, right?
Yeah, I
Look
just
at you. You're
I
just
finished,
working all the time.
I am working my butt off.
Good.
I just wrapped a film called The Revisitant. It's going to be a scary movie, and I got
But
to
it was
shoot
all done
with
in wrap?
Yes, it was done in wrap. Coincidentally, Francisco was in the movie with me, his first film. So awesome, and fellow improviser Jose Rodriguez. We were 3 Hispanic plumbers. Racist.
Racist.
Yes.
But accurate.
Yes.
But accurate. Get it? But accurate.
But this is a crazy 3 days for shooting. Like I shot that this morning, and then Sunday I shoot a commercial. So
Is this what? Can you say who the commercial's for?
I think so. I haven't been told not to. So it's Optimum, which is the northeast version of Spectrum. It's what they call it. It's Optimum / Suddenlink.
All right.
But it's our Spectrum, so it's a cable commercial.
I'm getting rid of my Spectrum.
We may be looking into other ones too, but I actually, my agent was going to submit me for that commercial too, because
You should have got it because they'll take anyone.
I know.
I hate
I
you.
know. Tell me about it. Well, what happened was they said, okay, the audition dates are this day, and this day, and the callbacks are the next week. And I said, I'm only available for like the 8th, but I'm not available for the 9th and 10th.
That's a good way to get parts too, is to make crazy demands before the
Yeah,
audition.
Exactly.
Yes.
So they email me back and they say, okay, you're all set up for the 9th. And I'm like, no, I said I'm only available for the 8th, not the 9th and 10th. And they say, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And then I never heard from them.
Yeah, they just. Well, I mean, they got to move on, dude.
Yeah, I know. That's fine.
And probably they didn't hear back from him because they were going, whew,
I always
he's not making it.
I call
embarrassing.
for-
Why did we sign Kenny up again? I thought
Who's
you
your
signed
agent?
him up. No.
I go in for
Diamond.
commercials.
Yeah.
Nice.
That just always that sounds like a porn agency.
Well, they Diamond is actually a really good agency.
I know
for
that they are.
strippers.
Yeah, for strippers.
Yeah, Diamond Club.
Kenny,
yeah.
show me your dick.
All right, hold on. There you go.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God,
Look at it.
his dick
I
is
know.
sponsored by Voodoo Donuts.
Cream filled.
Yeah,
They put a pretzel down the pee hole.
salty.
That's what Voodoo Donuts is kind of their signature donut is a donut that's shaped like a voodoo doll.
Yes.
And there's a pretzel sticking in its belly.
Oh,
like a
wow.
pretzel stick. So somewhere there's a fat yeasty guy in a lot of pain. Oh! I don't know why he was Asian.
Was that an Asian yell?
Yeah, you can tell the difference. All right, ready? So you give me an ethnicity, and I'll do the voodoo doll pain.
Okay.
German.
See, that sounded more Asian to me
But
than German.
No, but German's not an ethnicity.
Oh, okay.
It's a nationality.
All right, Mexican.
Oh.
No, that would be ai.
Ai is Chinese.
Ai. No, not ai. Ai.
Ai-ya.
A-Y-E.
Come on, I'm really good with the pain of any nationality. I'm very versed in it.
I want a mix. I want African American and Irish.
That's me. So
That's you, yeah, pretty much.
ow, oh, ow, oh.
So you sound like Tony.
Hey, for real. Hey. Yeah, I do a really good Tony impression. We grew up together. Tony's mom, here's a
How
story.
many times have you seen his dick?
Twice.
And that was just last week.
No, it's weird because he's like, whenever he falls asleep, I just slowly open up his penis like
Zip.
a present.
Have some Go-Gurt.
Tony's mom got super pissed at me when we were growing up. This was before Tony and I became really good friends. So we were pranking Tony's house.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I ran through his front yard with a bag full of flour. And I don't know if you've ever done that prank.
Oh, God.
No.
But instead of throwing toilet paper, you run through with flour because when the morning dew comes, it turns into paste.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, see, it's good.
That's fucked up, dude.
But one day I was going to pick Tony up for something, and for some reason, like, in high school, I thought, I still think this is kind of a funny thing. I just don't like peepholes. Mm-hmm. Like a peephole on a house. I think it's weird that someone can stare at me.
Right.
So I used to put my hand over the peephole. And so we knocked on the door. I put my hand over the peephole. And Tony's mom wasn't expecting anyone. So she comes to the door and can't see anything through the peephole. So she goes, "Who is it?" And I went, "Is Tony here?" And she thought someone was coming to murder her son. And I didn't. I just thought I was being funny. And then Tony was so pissed at me because he was like, "You scared the shit out of my mom." Except he didn't say shit. "You scared the crap out of my mom."
When I was in junior college, I didn't know one of my really close friends. He was like a comedy partner. I first did stand-up with this guy. I didn't know he was still living with his dad. And so I call him and leave this is back in the day, kids, that there were answering machines, and you had to leave a message.
Like the one on my phone?
No. This one had an actual tape.
Oh.
Wow, yeah. So I hear, and here's the thing. If you're going to leave an outgoing message, say who you are. Don't just let it go. Leave a message. Beep. Like that. So I didn't know his dad would be listening. So I go, "Hi, Jason. Yeah. Listen, I had so much fun, but I just got back from the doctor. Things are really, really itchy and burny. I don't know. I've lost so much weight. If you could, you may want to go to the doctor and get checked out. Seriously, I had so much fun, though. I hope this doesn't damper our relationship."
And he was murdered by his father.
So I get a call from Jason later that night. "Dude, what the fuck, man?" I go, "What?" I go, "Come on, that was funny." He goes, "Dude, I get home and my dad's sitting on the couch." He goes, "Son, you wanna have a conversation?" "Yeah." "Listen, you know I love you, and no matter what you choose, I just need you to talk to me. If you need help, if something's going on, I need you to talk to me." He goes, "Dad, what are you talking about?" He goes, "Just listen to the voicemail." So he starts playing it, and Jason goes, "Oh my God, no, that's Ali. That's my friend Ali. Remember him?" His dad hated me from that moment on.
But at least that's how the story went, and it wasn't him calling you up going, "Dude, what the fuck?" And you're like, "What's going on?" He's like, "I came home, my dad just started hitting me for no reason. I have no idea what was happening." Like, at least he is in a loving house. And it's not, in high school, I called a friend of mine who was a girl, and I left a message like that, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is Dr. So and So. We have your test results back. Congratulations, you're going to be a mother." And
Oh my God!
her mom almost didn't let her walk for graduation.
Oh my God!
Well, my ex, an ex of mine, who before we started dating, back when Ali and I opened Tavern, one of the things that was kind of like I was in particular known for is nobody locked their phones. Like everyone just swiped to open their iPhone. So whenever I saw one, and that became a thing, like everyone was like leaving Facebook messages. She and I went out to Fridays one night after the show, and we were just sitting there, and she went to the bathroom, and I took her phone, and this is probably the worst post, and I ended up dating this girl for 2 years. But I put her status update as, "You guys, I'm really freaking out. Can anyone go with me to get a pregnancy test?"
Oh my God!
And she came back from the bathroom, and her phone immediately called, and it was her mom. Her mom was calling her, freaking out. I was like,
Oh my God! When I was in high school, there were two.
By
guys
the way,
that-
I'm sorry to interrupt. I have no stories to tell, so just.
So
go
thank
ahead
you
and
for
continue.
interrupting me.
No,
to tell
no,
me that
we'll
you
give
have
you one. Let me
nothing
see your
to
phone.
You're welcome.
contribute.
You're welcome. No.
Let me see your phone real quick.
No, no.
Swear to God, dude, I want to paper cut the head of your cock right now. Don't even look at me.
I'm gonna look at you.
Turn your pee hole into a
I'm
plus
gonna look
sign.
at you while you
Yes.
tell the story.
When I was in high school, I grew up with two guys on the same street, Chunky and Israel. I'm not going to say their real names. Chunky and Israel.
Israel?
And Israel. We called him Sapo, which is frog. That was his nickname.
Sounds French.
And so we were doing prank calls, and we call his house at like midnight. We call his house, and it was me. And I hear his mom, "Hello," and I go, "I'm in jail." Click. And we start laughing.
Star 69?
8 o'clock in the morning. Dish, 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 on the door. My mom opens the door. I can hear them speaking Spanish and very angrily. Yes. No, very angry.
Chorizo.
And then all of a sudden I hear, "Ale!" I was like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" So I go out there, and there's Israel's mom, and Israel just standing next to her with this look of, "I'm so sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. I went to every jail, every hospital, everything, looking for him. I thought my son was in." And it took so much for me not to start laughing.
Yeah.
Because I was like, score, it worked. Like, that's exactly what was supposed to happen.
I don't want to say the entire story because we did an entire podcast on it. But the dude that I called at midnight and said I was in jail.
Yes.
And then we made an entire scenario where I broke out and they had to drive and pick me up, and I was handcuffed walking the streets of Tampa with like torn clothes. And this dude just started opening up to me about how he's been to jail and that I need to go back. And like, that was the worst thing I ever did in my life. That guy was so nice.
I killed my dad as a joke.
But the look on his face was worth it.
Dude, he was like, "What?" Good times.
Kenny,
Yeah.
have you ever made anyone feel awful?
Yes, just 45 seconds ago.
Yep. There you go.
When
Ali.
Ali said he wanted to turn your penis into a Phillips head bit?
Well, he said he wanted to give the tip of my penis a paper cut,
Right, but if you were going to do
which
that,
is probably
would you,
just as bad.
would
if not
you do
worse.
the paper cut along the
Oh,
same
Yes.
axis
Yes.
as the pee hole?
Yes.
Not
Because
like,
then you get it on both sides.
Oh, yeah, but then you're just widening the pee-pee
Yes.
hole. The pee-pee hole.
The pee-pee hole.
Has Kenny ever made you... Kenny's wife is here. Has Kenny ever made you feel bad? Oh, look at her.
You can be honest. I'm
look at
pretty
her.
certain I have.
he's made me feel bad.
Oh, really? What did Kenny do? Yeah, get up on the mic.
Okay, sorry. There was one time.
The day we got married.
had ju-
That's how I met.
By saying I do. You ruined her life. You overhyped the marriage.
It's what I do.
Baby, I'm going to be so good to you.
I make so much money. One day I'm going to be mayor.
Mayor.
I'm going to run for mayor.
I like the sound of that.
Barack Obama.
Mayor Barack Wilson.
I like the sound of that.
Well, what else were we talking about? We were talking about
I don't know, practical jokes. We're talking
Voodoo
about
Donuts.
Wawa.
I've said before, I would actually love, and people do this on YouTube, and I don't know how they're not getting shot left and right. I love practical jokes. And the other night, Ali and my girlfriend and I were watching some YouTube practical jokes on TV. The dude who dresses up like a terrorist and just walks up to people
Oh my God.
and throws a bag and then starts running.
Oh my
I don't
God,
understand.
no.
Like,
But-
he's never done this in Texas. You know.
Wow.
I
Have you seen the one where the guy puts on makeup and he makes himself look like a zombie?
Oh yeah, that's
And
a
he
Russian
walks
kid.
around.
Yeah, that's
Oh, it's a Russian-
I think
okay.
he did that in South Florida.
Oh, okay.
And someone did pull a gun on him. You can see it in the video off in the distance. But like,
The bees in the elevator is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
The bees in the elevator is brilliant.
this dude gets into an elevator in a beekeeper costume, and he's holding boxes that look like bees, and
he's
clearly
got a
there's like a
speaker.
microphone,
Yeah, and
speaker
there's
in
a
there.
speaker in there,
Going
like this, so you can hear him. And he gets a phone call. And there's a guy behind him in the elevator.
Yeah,
with
he
him.
gets in with an unsuspecting person
Yeah.
who just thinks they're in an elevator with a beekeeper holding
Oh.
boxes of
Three
bees.
And he gets a phone call, and he starts awkwardly trying to talk on the phone, and the boxes start to move, and they fall and open up.
And then the beekeeper
guy-
just starts yelling at the person, "Get on the ground! Get on the ground!" And as they're on the ground, like kicking and screaming, he's like showering them with like
confetti or
confetti.
paper or something like that. So it feels like they're getting stung or something. Like the bees are on him,
Oh,
and
my
they're just
God.
God. They're flailing. It is right now. Stop what you're doing. If you're driving, who cares? Google
Yeah.
beekeeper elevator thing.
Who are we kidding? You're not going to pull over and do this. You're going to
Yeah.
YouTube that shit right now
While
right
you're
now.
driving.
with a baby carriage stuck in your
If you do
grill.
get in an accident while you're watching it, please tag us in the post.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
There's another one that I like, and it's this dude called Owlman, and this guy dresses up in an elaborate owl costume, like if you would imagine a mutant man owl, and he hangs out at this like old asylum that apparently people just go to like take pictures and stuff. And then he comes out and just starts walking around towards them and intentionally scaring the shit out of them. But there's this one guy who his reaction is like if you saw your father reacting like this, you would probably kill yourself. But this guy, there's fight or flight.
Yeah.
You got to pick one. This guy stands like in the frame of where a closet used to be, and he's going, "This is not in America." And he's like, "Fuck off, fuck off!" And then he grips the edge of the door frame, and then it just goes, "Oh!" and puts one hand up to shield his eyes as this owl is approaching him, and just his.
Oh, I think I heard of this.
Just
okay.
look up
yeah.
Owlman, the best of Owlman. It's great.
so good.
I don't. I think
anyone-
I'm just a horrible person because watching videos of people getting scared makes me laugh so hard.
Have
It's
you been
funny
practical
because
joked?
it's not you.
Have I what?
Have you? What's the best one that they've gotten you with, like a practical joke?
Oh, I don't want to say no one's got me with one because then that's just setting myself up for some dude to wake me up firing a gun full of blanks at me. Hey, look at him cry like a little bitch, shit himself. You guys see Todd shit himself
My sister got me.
with what?
Holy God, it was so good, and I had to slow clap. I had just come back from college, so my room had been redecorated and everything, and my sister, everybody had moved out, so it was just me and my mom. So my mom was going out of town for the weekend, and I was in town for about a week. So she was like, "I'm going out of town. I'm going to go visit your Aunt Bebe. I'm going to take off for the weekend. You good here?" Yeah. So I call one of my ex-girlfriends, ex-hookups, like, "Hey, I'm in town. Why don't we
Fuck.
nursery?" Yes. So I'm at the house. I got a house by myself. My sister calls, say, "Hey, what are you doing?" I got a date coming over.
Was
But
this goatee Ali? or full beard Ali?
No, this was just mustached Ali.
Ew, pervert.
Yeah. Well, it was 1993.
6 years.
1992, yeah.
7 years before I was born.
So I call my sister calls. What are you doing? I need to get something from the house. I said, well, I got a date coming over. I'm gonna take a shower. Come by and take a house. And in Immokalee, everything's 5 minutes away. Like it's so small. It's very small. I said, just come on in. Door's open. Get your thing. So I can hear her come in. I'm like, all right. I get out of the shower. I'm getting ready. She's not there. I'm like, all right. She must have just got her stuff and took off. So I get my date. We eat dinner, and we go back to my room, and we're going at it like cats and dogs, just like going at it. And I'm in there, and I hear something in the closet.
Wait, you're having sex like cats and dogs?
Yes. Yes.
How does a cat and dog have sex with each other?
Doggy style, but
We were both confused by what was happening. We weren't
so
sure.
we were going at it, and I hear something in the closet, and I get a little. It's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And it got louder, like a bigger bang.
Yeah.
And I go to open the thing, and now the girl is like, "What is that?" I go,
You still have
"I
a
don't know."
boner?
Oh yeah, I'm still rock hard because I'm 18. Yeah, bang. So I go to the closet, nothing's in there. I turn around, the girl is buck ass naked. She's like, "What was it?" And I go, "I don't know." She takes off the mask. It was my sister. I was banging my sister.
Oh my god!
She got you.
She got me
Oh,
so
yeah.
good. My nephew still doesn't know that.
but he wouldn't understand the concept anyway.
Yeah.
No.
He's missing some chromosomes.
But that's how Game of Thrones was born.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's gotten me with one like that. I mean, I've had people try to hide and jump out to scare me. I just wish that, like, the practical jokes I want to play are clearly like legal trouble if I try them because it's just like, hey, there was a car accident. None of your family survived.
Oh my god!
And then I'm just laughing
No.
at you crying.
No. I will say this, legitimately, truthfully, this is the best practical joke ever played on me.
Yeah.
I was working at Streetmo, and whenever it gets busy, you have to park backstage. And we used to be able to park right by the trailer, which was great. Well, they had dumpsters right there in front of the trailer, and there were a couple of spaces, 2 or 3 spaces for the managers. But none of the managers were there at the same time. So there were 3 spaces, but only one car would be.
Right.
So I parked there. I was running late, so I parked right next to the and we were doing right next to the dumpster in one of the manager spots. And we were doing practical jokes all the time at Streetmo. It was great. And I get off set the last set of the day, and I'm driving up, and I had to go to Sleuths. I had to come to Sleuths to perform, like, immediately. I got to haul ass to get to Sleuths to do a show. And as we're pulling up in our Pargo, I look over, and my car's gone. And I'm like, oh, shit. Where's my car? And I go in, and I go, Leo, my car's missing. I don't know if someone stole it. I don't know what's going on. My car is missing. He goes, where was it parked? Because we just had one towed. I go, it was parked next to the dumpster. He goes, Ali, you parked in a manager spot? We had to get that towed. Towed? What do you mean towed? He goes, dude, it's a manager spot. We have to tow that. You can't park there. Dude, I didn't know it was your car. I said, Leo, why didn't you ask? Why didn't you say anything? I said, there were no spots. I took that one because there's never 3 managers here. He goes, I'm sorry. I had no place to park, so I had to call him. I go, dude, I got to get to work, man. Let me call the tow company. Maybe they haven't. He's calling. He's on the phone. He goes, they've already impounded it. I go, I have to get to work. I gotta haul butt. He goes, okay, what we'll do is this. All right, I'll drive you to Sleuths. Get dressed. I'll drive you to Sleuths, and we'll figure out about how to get your car. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe it. And I'm sitting here going, what the fuck? I'm like, it's gonna cost me like $200 to get this car out. And I'm stressing. I'm putting my jeans on. I go, and we get into Leo's car. He's like, I didn't know it was your car, dude. I'm really sorry. And he pulls around, and there are cars parked everywhere. And he pulls around, and I see my fucking car parked on the other side of the trailer. And I go, you son of a bitch. And he just starts dying laughing. I go, how? And he goes, well, Terry Ward, you left your keys inside your drawer. So Terry handed me the keys and said, "Do something with this." And so I moved your car during the last set. I go, I fucking hate you so much.
And then he pulled off
so
a
much.
mask, and it was your sister.
And it was my sister.
And you had sex. All right. We should probably wrap this up.
That's what she said when Kenny.
Ali,
Yes.
what did you learn tonight?
I learned that Kenny's penis is really large.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. you
Like
put
it dented the table.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, well, you have to pay for that.
It does. Well, you have to pay for that. I don't.
I'm not going to
Not
fight
my
with him.
table.
Not
Guy's
with
got
that
a huge
fucking
dick. Yeah.
nightstick.
Not going to
God.
wrestle around with anyone. You're going to
Knock you out with one of those Brontosaurus burgers you see on Flintstones.
stab me with his dick. Yeah, I want to get up to heaven and tell people that I was stabbed to death by Kenny's dick. How did you die?
Funny story.
What's in your wallet?
Yeah.
Kenny, what did you learn tonight?
I've learned that Ollie's sister goes to great lengths to have sex with him.
Which is crazy because all she had to do was ask.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
like seriously.
And I learned something tonight, too.
What's that?
Ali.
Anita!
It's me, Anita! For those of you on the podcast listening, I simulated pulling off a mask.
Oh, my God.
Since no one's watching the live.
No.
All right, we're Mama's Comedy Show. We're here every Friday night at 10 p.m. Call 407-363-1985 and make a reservation.
Yes.
Ali, where are you?
You can find me at aliflores.com. You can find me on Facebook, Ali Flores, comedic actor. You can find me on Twitter at Ali Flores Comedy. And you can find me at Two Fat Dads if you want another podcast of my stupidity. Two Fat Dads, spelled TOOFATDADS, me and my buddy Jason Logan. And we're going to try to get Todd to come on this next week when we when we record another episode. But check us out. Find us on Twitter, Two Fat Dads Pod, and Instagram, Two Fat Dads Podcast.
And I'm trying to get a girl pregnant, too, so that I can be
Sweet.
official.
Yes. Kenny, where can we find you?
You can find me on Kenneth Jardine 2 on Twitter, and you can find me at KJardine27 on Instagram.
And remember to
Fox
send
Live.
Kenny some dick pics. If you think
Yes.
your pic is stronger than Kenny's in a dick fight, send a picture to him now.
Is Tony not getting the dick pics anymore?
No, you're getting the dick pics.
My turn now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Todders, Snapchat, and Xbox Live, Duty Poo Poo, DOODIEPOOPOO. And James is here.
Hi.
See you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.